Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Bub's World. I'm your host, Bub. I don't know if that intro worked or not. It was all glitchy on my side. Any of the panelists, raise your head yes or no if it worked. That intro worked. Is that a yes? That's a maybe? Kinda? All right. Well, then we'll play it again. Looks just as bad as it did the first time. Oh, well. So tonight we're going to be going over our preparations for Lexington Comic and Toy Convention 2024. This here's them their shirt from last year. And they don't put numbers on them. So I suspect some people will be able to get this shirt this year. Who knows? So I thought they should put like a little year on it, but it's just kind of a generic one. And I think they may have one or two that actually have the year on it. But without much more ado, we're going to have, let's see, first up, we're going to have, well, in order of appearance, Jambo Comics we've got here as well. He has been my cohort at this convention for a couple of years now. We've been in some sketchy places there and back again. It's Jambo's Tale. How are you doing this evening?
Doing good, man. Glad to be here. I'm excited. Psyched.
Glad to have you. You
Dug
should
my
be.
list out, dusted it off.
Oh, my goodness. Any other dusting required for tomorrow, or are you good?
I think I'm good.
All right. And hailing from all the way over from the MISSISSSISSSPPI, we got Jason, Southern Comic Geek. You're on mute, Jason. I didn't do it. You did it.
Well, I didn't say anything, so I can guess it mattered. But thank you anyway for the reminder. What's up, guys?
How you doing, man?
And we got a few people in the chat already. We got Las Cruces 1971 is here. Graphic Man says free Jambo, and Bub says no. So yes, if you're missing Jambo on his regularly scheduled appearance on Micah's channel, we apologize. But we'll return him over there as soon as we're done with him, which should be sometime tomorrow. Hey, what's up, Jamie? Good to have you. All right, so Jason, let's start with you. I just want to hear, I know, look, I'm local relatively. I'm about 2 hours from Lexington, 2.5 with traffic. Jambo, what are you, like 45 minutes on a hard day?
About 30, actually, 30 minutes.
30 minutes. If he's got to go to the bathroom real bad, 25.
Not as it used to be, so, yeah.
But I got to know, Jason, what has drawn you all the way over from the great state of wherever that is, all the way to Lexington, Kentucky?
Yeah, so I'm 10 hours and 17 minutes drive away from home, but I didn't drive.
Cheater.
I flew. No, what drew me was, like last year when I had planned to come, was trying to, because I felt like it had a solid creator list. Of course, I heard you talk up the Thursday night comic deal, and I was able to get some work involved to help pay for this. So worked out great. Stars aligned.
So am I to believe that you did not pay for your own airfare then? So you're all like, you're covered?
That's correct.
Did you get a per diem? Like, do you get a hot dog on the company and everything too?
No, I just get paid while every day. So
still counts.
Yeah, so the hotel rooms paid for, flight, and all that kind of stuff.
Wow. That's the way to do it. That's the way to travel, folks.
Yeah.
I tell you, we're all jealous. So are you going to the convention all 4 days? So the convention, for those of you who don't know, is Thursday evening from 6 to 10. This is all Eastern time. Thursday evening from 6 to 10. Then it's basically all day Friday, all day Saturday, and then mostly all day Sunday. So are you planning to attend all 4 days?
No, I'm flying out Sunday morning.
Okay. All right. Jambo, what days are you planning to attend?
I'm thinking, well, definitely tomorrow, but then I'm thinking maybe Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday, maybe.
I'll be there all 4 days. Well, I may skip Sunday. It depends how it goes.
I want to see Jimmy Stranko because I don't think he's going to be doing a whole lot of cons.
I said that 3 years ago, and he's still going.
True. That's true.
I think I had my plan is I'm going to be working. I work pretty much across the street from the convention center. So I'll be going in tomorrow morning early at the butt crack of dawn. I've got meetings and other things to attend to at the office. And then when that's over, I should be free from work somewhere around 4:30 or something like that. And the convention doesn't start till 6. So I'll have plenty of time to get over there and get in line or whatever, and, you know, stretch out and all that kind of stuff. And I'm also, here's a tip, more for Jason probably, but sometime around 10 or 11 tomorrow, they will open up the pre-registration.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at online when I could walk over there, because I'm in the Hilton, so I can walk the bridge because it's kind of been misting, raining over here the last few days. So do you have a media pass, Bub?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not. I have just a plain old Bub pass. I
got a
paid for the
free
pass.
ticket for tomorrow. So there.
You did?
Yes.
Did you get it from the vault?
Local comic shops. Some of those were giving away free tickets for Thursday.
Nice. What's up, Benny C? So you got a free. Everybody's going free but me? Is that what I just heard? Southern, do you have to pay for your media pass? Oh, it's free, so everybody's going free but me? Gosh, wait a minute.
Man.
My wife bought my ticket. We're all going free.
It didn't cost you anything, did it?
What was the requirements like for getting a media pass, Jason?
I don't know. I mean, every place is different. They just asked.
You got one, so you must know.
Well, I mean, I don't know what would have disqualified me. Let me put it that way. I mean,
Could you print something like off the internet and just say, hey, I'm with the media, and flash it?
Well, I'm sure you could, but they do require, like, what's your YouTube channel, Instagram, or whatever other media outlets you might be a part of.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, next year I'll be getting a media pass, folks.
Well, and generally, like Fan Expo, which I'm sure is a much bigger show because they got several of them. You know, they want to see like how many views you have on the various videos and stuff like that. If you get in early, that gives you a better chance to get in it too, right? Because you're getting ahead of the line of everybody else that waits till
So how far in advance did you request your pass?
This is March, probably back in January.
Wow. Okay.
So
I'll start requesting mine in October.
Because I mean, they only have so many medium passes, I'm sure, and so because there have been cons that turned me down because either I didn't have the whatever amount of views they wanted to have, or I got in too late.
Okay, that makes sense. So you don't have to pick up anything then. You should be able to waltz right in, or do you already have your media pass? You don't, right?
No, I just got it at the same time that everybody else is getting theirs. I'm going to walk. They said just walk over there and pick it up.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. At some point, probably after lunch or so, I'm going to go over there and just walk over and pick up my.
I'm going to say, my name's Jason, and I'm here to pick up my media pass.
Yeah, my name's Jason, SCG. Yeah, see if they'll give it to me. But I'm going to go over there and pick up my advanced registration pass because that's actually a pretty long line on Thursday. There's no other line on Thursday night. Like no one walks up and buys a ticket on Thursday. Like that's not even a thing. Everybody does that on Friday and Saturday, mostly Saturday. But they're not even I think starting last year, they stopped selling tickets at the door. So now everything has to be pre-purchased. So the line for registration is as long as any line that you would have for purchasing tickets now, or double, it seems even. They're just huge. So getting the pass early is what I recommend. That's my first tip. That's my first tip of the day is get your pass before the show starts, even a day before, because if you have a Saturday pass, but you're in the area Friday, pick it up early because you're better off not having to wait on that huge line. Hey, what's up, Ian? Good to see you. All right. So, Jambo.
Yes.
You're going tomorrow night. I'm going tomorrow night. Jason's going tomorrow night. Where are you taking us to eat?
No shady places.
Never mind. We better not ask Jambo then.
Tilt.
No, we're not going to the Tilted Kilt.
I think Jason's heard about that one. There's a place over in what is it called? The square there.
Right Lex Live?
No, it's right next to Rupp Arena there. something square. Anyway, there's a nice little
All right.
taco place there. It's got some good food and stuff in it.
Tacos it is. Although I think I'm having Mexican for lunch.
Oh,
But
well.
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it
Yeah.
out. Right?
There's
I don't know
always
if we should
pies and
allow
pints,
Jambo
right?
to choose. Yeah, pies and pints. Last time me and my wife went there, we crawled out of there. There was more too many pints, not enough pies.
More pints, than pies.
It was good.
Which they're having a game over there tonight. That Pies and Pints. I was going to go eat there tonight, but it's already packed by the time I got there. 20-minute wait.
Is that the Vols too? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Vols.
UK's got a game going on. I tell you too. No, Jambo. He took me to the. Was it Tilted Kilt? The Tilted Kilt last year.
Tilted Kilt.
And I'm not throwing any shade out there. I love scantily clad bartenders, and hey, I got nothing against pregnant women. But when you mix those two things together, I'm not as thirsty or hungry as I used to be. That's where Jambo had us going. The roof was leaking. I mean, look, if you're watching this, those proprietors of this fine establishment, I'm not saying I'll never be back. I'm just saying it's going to take me a while to get accustomed to the idea. That's all. Yeah, that was rough. All right. So let's take a look. First of all, tomorrow is the comic night. Okay. So it's a comic centric night. So that means that supposedly the creators will be there, although in my experience, only about half of them ever show up for Thursday night, and usually not the biggest name ones. They usually don't come till Friday. So I don't expect a lot of signatures. I usually get a few, but I bring my books for signatures just in case I can sneak in and get a quick signature, and you get a longer conversation and a shorter line. So that's nice if you like that kind of thing. But all the comic vendors will be there. Now, often other vendors won't be there. So like if you're there for a nice etched glass tumbler, you may be out of luck on Thursday.
Oh,
yeah. Often they don't. They're not there. If you're looking to buy some rubber jewelry, you might be out of luck. But if you're looking to buy, but if you're looking to buy comics, Thursday really is, in my opinion, the night to get the best books. You get the best books Thursday. You might get the best deals on Sunday, but you're getting what no one else bought, right, on Sunday. And on Thursday, you're the first one to walk in the community and grab it. You just grab it. You pull it right out. Right? Yeah, nothing's been picked over. Everything's got fresh prices. There's even times when I've gone on Thursday and they're actively repricing a box. Like they're looking at stuff and they're checking on things and what's the current rate. So I go to the back of that box that they haven't got to yet, and I start looking from there and start pulling things that haven't been repriced. So it's a good night for comics. Let's see. You got to support the community, Bubs. Jambo, get them to the kilt. Yep, that's about right. Good luck. Good luck with that. So, so tomorrow being Thursday, Jason, you'll be here. You're already here. So what is it? Is there anything that you're hoping for tomorrow that you walk in and you're like, man, if I see this one book or this one thing or this one creator to get a signature, is there anything there that you're just like, that's me?
So I'm not in particular looking for any, well, two books, FF50, because I recently got a 48, so I'd like to get the set of the three. And but you know, it depends on the deal on that one. I've been on a Mystic Comics 6, but I doubt I see one of those. But we'll see.
Mystic Comics 6. Mm-hmm. Let's take a look at this. Oh wow, is that Nazi cover? Am I looking at the right book?
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at this real quick. We will do it the way everybody wants me to do it. Right.
Here we go.
There. Oh, we lost Jambo, or maybe he's just hiding behind the screen. Jambo, you're still there. All right. Yes. So Mystic Comics 6. What do you think?
So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes on with this. I mean, this is a Schomburg and Kirby cover.
Really?
Wow. Both of them.
Yeah, and I don't know if that was ever been replicated. It might have been. But this is the first action hero created by Stan Lee.
Okay. What was his first appearance? Is it this one?
Yep.
Okay.
The Destroyer, that is.
Yep.
Wow.
So great Nazi cover.
Mhm.
And as fun as the front cover is, the back cover is equally as fun. I don't know if it shows the back on
Don't
that
have a copy of the back cover. You have to tell us about it.
So the back cover is Young Allies #1. So it was an advertisement for Young Allies #1, which showed the Young Allies, Bucky, Toro, those folks fighting against all of the bad guys, right?
Mhm.
To include Stalin. However, before it was released, we entered the war and teamed up with Stalin. So you can't release propaganda, aka the comic book, without or with us fighting against one of our now partners. So they redone the cover of Young Allies 1 and took Stalin off of it.
Wow.
But the advertisement is the original.
That's awesome. So this book, hailing from old 1941, nice timely classic here. You just have to be honest with me. Is one of the reasons you want this book because of the old man bondage?
Oh yeah, you know it. You know it's really as thrilling as the tilted skirt kilt was to you.
Mm-hmm. I think this guy was working at the tilted kilt, by the way. He's certainly licking his gums at some of the.
Yeah, he served us a drink, I believe.
He did, yeah.
So I had a copy of this book and I sold it. And sometimes,
wow,
I'm sure that this happens to all of us at times. We sell a book and then we go, man, what did I do that for? So this is one of those times. And so it's one of those books. It can be a pricey book and a decent grade. It's certainly not cheap, but it's just one of those you don't see very often. And there's one on eBay right now, but I don't think that one's in the cards. So
let me ask you this, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to. It won't be as personal as do you enjoy old man bondage, though. So you should be okay to answer. What is the price that you do, if you recall, that you sold this book for back in the day? And so what did you get for it, basically? And what's the price you hope to reacquire it for possibly tomorrow?
So I sold the book for $5,500.
Okay.
Wow. The book is pretty much the few copies that are out there that have changed hands on a public platform have been about that for the grade that it was. So I'm okay with a lower grade as long as the front cover presents well, preferably complete.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't mind paying that for it again.
Okay. So a straight reacquire with a potential downgrade if necessary.
Yeah. The one I had was a 3.5.
Oh, wow.
The one that's on eBay right now is a 1.0, but and then let me back up. So mine was also restored. It had color touch or whatever. So the one on eBay is a 1.0, but it's a qualified grade because some of the wraps were married.
Okay.
So it's complete, but it's a 1.0 and it's a green label. And the guy's wanting 10 grand for it.
Wow. Well, wanting and getting, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
I don't blame him. And the other book you said you were after, of course, that's Fantastic Four 50. Everybody knows that one, but.
Yep. The third appearance of the Silver Surfer, right? Part of the trilogy, as it were.
Yeah. So there's that one. So what's your strategy on this one? Now I've seen this book a lot at conventions, so this shouldn't be hard to pick up tomorrow. So the question is, how bad do you want it, and what kind of grade are you looking for in this book? Because this is one of those that I've seen real beat up, like the fine lines and cracks in that brown really show up.
Yeah. I'm okay with a 3.0, 5.0, something like that. Not very high grade. So, I'm thinking for $300-$400 maybe.
Yep, mycomicshop.com right now for 3.0, 175 CGC 3.
Yep. So that's the plan on that one. I was waiting to get the 48 first, and I was able to get that last month or maybe in January.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations, man. That's
Real.
nice. I
That's
have
awesome.
a number 50 that is missing the Fantastic Four logo at the top.
A
I
remainder
was
copy.
selling really cheap.
Bet.
So was that one that was like returned because it
It was
wasn't
a return
purchased?
copy, yeah.
I only own one remainder book. It's First Ra's al Ghul, and I bought it. I bought it actually up at old Breen's shop, at Eric Breen's shop,
Oh, okay.
and got a great deal on it, I guess. And I don't know. I wanted to see if it would satisfy me, and it didn't.
Yeah.
So I'm still looking for that book.
Yeah.
What's
I
Carson
can
saying?
deal
I
with
wish
the
I could
back
make it.
cover, part of it being missing, but the front cover, no. No, I can't. Can't do that.
I wish I could make it to Lexington Con, as I have never been. Yeah, because he goes to Cincinnati. I've seen him at Cincinnati, Indiana Con, and C2E2 next year. Yeah, I can't do my try to hit Cincinnati. That Cincinnati Comic Expo is rough. Like, it's a great convention in a rough place. It's just a rough little part of town there. But other than that, it's pretty good con. Indiana, I don't go up there, and Chicago is expensive. Unless you're Jason, you get the media pass.
A guy that goes to a place called the Tilted Kilt is worried about bad areas.
Not worried about it. I went there. I went to both places. I was more worried about the Tilted Kilt, to be honest. But I did go to Cincinnati Con a few years back, and my wife and I both, and we couldn't believe just how rough it was. I mean, the area. We went out to dinner and stuff, and we're like, this is getting rough already, and people just shouting, and it's just a bit much for us. So even though they have a lot of creators, they haven't been back.
I wouldn't mind going to C2E2. I mean, it's a really nice big show. This year, though, and I think it's at the end of April. And C. Woodard, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's at the end of April. And that would I'm going to be in Europe at that time.
On the company dime. We know how you travel.
That is correct. It's going to be a company trip. So I will be in Vienna, Austria.
Oh, nice! Congratulations. Nice. Be careful. It might be a Von Trapp. You're welcome. Feel free to use that when you get there. I'm sure they'll enjoy it.
I'm sure.
Downtown Cincy wasn't great. So it sounds like they might have moved Cincinnati Comic-Con this year, which would be good because that building was a dump. So that sounds great. All right. Jambo, what do you got going on, brother? What are you looking to pick up this here on this fine convention? Well, maybe even tomorrow.
Maybe even tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. I'm looking for some of these. Oop. Some of these. Oh, we'll get it here.
All right. What a tease. Wonder Comics.
Yes. The Terra issues.
Yes.
16 through, 20?
I'm always looking for those.
Yeah. So hoping I'll look into one of those and beat you to it.
You'd have to.
Nice to find one of those. But, I'm also looking for stuff like this.
Ooh, some more jumbos for Jambo.
Yeah.
So. Are you, how do you feel about your chances on this?
Better for this than that, because I don't know that there might be some at a couple places, but the 4 issues I'm really looking for, I don't know if I'll find them or not, but
here is
I would be glad to come across some.
Now, Tara is the blonde hair. I'd be happy with any of the prior issues too, the earlier issues, really all of them. I'd be happy.
I have 15, the first appearance, but she's not 50. On the cover.
No,
but it's a great Schomburg cover, but she's just not on the cover of it.
So other than 15, do you have any of the other ones?
I've got some of the early ones of Wonder.
No, I mean of the Terra appearances. This is one I've always liked.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that one too. That's probably my
that's the last
favorite.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the last one.
So
well done.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're looking for. Or just
I've got this one.
Oh, you do have that one?
I have that one, and that's it. I think that's the only one I have.
I've got 13 and 15.
I really want 13. You have 13 already?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's beautiful.
And 15. My 15 is kind of beat, but I'm still okay with it.
All right. And what's the other one you said? Oh, of course, the jumbos. How many of those are you missing?
Probably close to 60.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
how long is that run? 167 issues.
67 issues. Yeah.
That can't be right. Well, then really missing only 60, you're more than halfway through it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But unfortunately, some of them are the early ones there.
Are you picking these up as well or no?
I'm sorry?
Are you going for these kind of?
Yeah, any of those, they were jumbo. They were like, bigger, way bigger. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Like mag size or?
Bigger than a magazine. They were like, what do you call
Treasury?
them? Like a tabloid kind of size magazines.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were bigger, and they were black and white too. The early ones were so.
So, do you have any of the non-jungle issues yet?
Yes, I have one, and that is my earliest one there, 13.
That looks like the first jungle issue too.
No, I think it's 8 or 9. I believe is her first.
Oh yeah, 9. I guess you call that a jungle. That's a jungle. You got Sheena in there swinging into the corner.
So yeah, if I happen to run into some of those, it'd be fantastic.
That'd
you
be
just
awesome.
Don't see them; they're so rare. People that have them hang on to them, and there's not a lot of them out there anyway because they were so oversized. They got destroyed. So people didn't have.
Not going to find them. You're not going to find them in a box,
right? Even when you had bags and boards, there was none to fit those. You'd had to put it in like a treasury size bag and board or something like that. And people just didn't do that, and so they didn't make it. A lot of them didn't make it, so very hard to find.
Well, I'll be on the lookout for those. So, of course, I really just wanted to have you guys on so I could find out what books you're after and see if I can buy them. So, if I see the book, I know to buy it, and then if I want to part with it to make a fair deal for you,
mark it up.
Be the idea, yeah. All right.
What are you looking for, Bub? What are you looking for, man? We can help you.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm in a weird place. I'm in a weird place in my collection because there's a couple of runs that I'm after, but as you guys know, they get, especially Golden Age runs, they get really expensive. But this year, I would like to complete a few runs. That's my focus for this year. Some of the Golden Age stuff. So I have Strange Worlds run that I'm working on. So let me get that pulled up for you fine folks. It's Avon. So Avon and Fox, probably two of the harder publishers to find in the wild, I think. Would you guys agree?
Yes. Excuse me.
All right. I owe you $1, Jambo. Thanks. All right. So here is Strange Worlds #1. So I don't have this one. It's not my favorite cover, but it's one of those that I hope to get on the relatively cheap. I think I could probably pick up a low grade of this for under $200 if I get lucky. This one is hard to find on the cheap. This one I've only actually seen. I've never seen it in person, and I've only seen it offered for sale once.
I have that one.
You have that one, really?
Yeah.
That one's hard to find.
It's got some chipping on the edge and a couple little pieces out.
You don't want that.
Yeah.
You don't want that in your collection. But
I should just give it away, right?
Absolutely. So Jambo has a friend. His name is Tony, right? It's one of your good comic buddies.
Yeah.
And so my goal is always to be a better friend than Tony, just in case someday something happens to our good friend Jambo and his significant other says, "What do I do with all these books?" I want her to speed dial me, not Tony. And and I'll make sure he gets his fair share now, but this won't be going to him. I'll hold on to this. So if you want to avoid all that fighting, you can go ahead and give it to me now. Yeah, I need that one. #2 So you're asking, so like if I see the other one for cheap, I'll get it. But if I see this one, I'm willing to pay up for it, right? This one also I like personally. So I'd be willing to get this one. I'm like at maybe $250 for this one. Probably about as much as I'd spend. This one I have.
Nice.
This one I have. This one I have.
So you got the best ones, man.
I know. That's why I should be. I'm downhill on this run.
Yeah.
Collecting downhill. I picked up the hardest ones first.
The sought after covers there.
I have the most sought after ones. This one, I'm not really crazy about this cover. And it also tends to be the cheapest one in the run. So I'm like at $150 for this book. If I can ever find it that low, that's what I'll give. And this is the hardest one of the ones that are left to get. Although it does come up for sale. I think it was maybe a few more copies of it floating around. And I absolutely love it. But it's expensive.
I love the robot. Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see if they even have a copy. Yeah, they got a copy right now. It's a 1.8 for $500. That's for a 1.8. Like I'd have to see it, and it'd have to be real amazing. So I don't think that's going to happen this time. What's up, Mark?
There was one on eBay just not long ago, and it was pretty beat though.
Yeah, I was following it.
Chips.
It was real beat. Also, these tend to have a lot of writing on them, and people do things with the robot, and it is what it is. But they are out there, and so this is the book of all the ones in this list. This is the one that I would hope to pick up like tomorrow, and just find it for a good price, snag it up. And if I could get this book, I wouldn't care if I didn't get very many others the rest of the week, of the weekend. I would camp on this one and be real happy. So then I'm also working on my Dick Tracy run, of course. So I have lots of those to pick up. I won't go through all those, but the Harvey run of Dick Tracy is what I'm after there. And then, hey, what's up, Shelby? Shelby Comics, I think where he's at, but I think he's local too. So now I'm trying to think what the other run I'm picking up. Of course, I'm picking up Planet Comics, but I won't finish that today. Like that's not a run that I'll get this year. Also looking for any kind of Wonder Comics or any Schomburg, Good Girl Art. In a generic sense, I'll be picking up anything like that if I can. But when I'm hunting tomorrow, primarily, I'm going to be looking for Strange Worlds and trying to finish that run up if I can. There was another run I was going after. Now I can't even think of what it is. Oh well, that's what happens when you get old.
How close are you on your planet run?
I've got like 2/3 of it, but the last third is the hardest third, so it's going to be tough. Nope, Houston. That's what I thought. He's in Houston, Texas.
Do you have any of the rivet issues?
I have a couple of rivets. Okay. I'm looking for more always. Broke down and picked up a foreign edition yesterday.
Yeah. And
I don't usually do those. I don't care for them personally. For foreign editions, I know that some segments of the community are really hot on them, but I don't fall in that segment generally. So I feel like it's a lesser. Now I'll take a printed edition. So like if it's a Canadian printed edition of the same book, I'm good with that. If it's a UK printed edition of the same book, I'm good with that. So you can change the ads all you want, but the content of the story should be the same. The cover should be the same, and the number of the book should be the same. And when any of those three things change, I'm out. So in the Planet Comics run, there are several foreign editions that have different covers. Then they don't match the interiors, or they'd use different stories or whatever. So that knocks me out. Plus the interiors are black and white. And that's the other thing, is that it needs to be, if it was color here, I want it to be color there, or otherwise I'm probably not interested. So
yeah,
there's
I agree with that.
There.
I feel the same way.
Everybody's got to have a few standards.
Yeah.
Just a few. And so I don't do a lot of digging on Thursdays. Like on Thursday, I look at wall books mostly, and then I want to see the most expensive books they have, or the Golden Age books that they have. So a lot of dealers, they'll have the wall books, and then they'll have the book of wall books that will refill the wall books, and the wall books get sold, right? And they'll be swapping out of there all the time. So that's pretty much what I do on Thursday, because you only have 4 hours. So it's just 4 hours, and it's pretty big, isn't it, Jambo?
Yeah.
I mean, as far as conventions go,
like
it's pretty big.
Last year, we basically ran out of time, right? I mean, we were getting tired. I was anyway.
I was
But
starving.
we ran out of time. Yeah, we were still wanting to dig through some stuff, and they were.
This time I'm going to eat a sandwich or something before I go, just so I'm not starved at 10 o'clock. What do you got here? You hang out with this Kentucky comic nerds. Yeah, Jason, what are you doing? Man cave. I tell you, that guy, he's Farm's a good guy. I got to hang out with him in Dallas this year. Just salt of the earth fella. Even helped hook him up on a deal and lighten his comic load and fill his wallet. What a nice guy. But, all right. Bub, the old and the you are kind of close to the keyboard, man. Yeah, that's about right. And also, like, I don't know. That's why in my on my Instagram, I put my real name on there finally, because I got tired of everyone calling me Bob everywhere I went. Like, because I could remember that it was something like that. And like, isn't that guy's name Bob? I'm like, no, his name's Bub. Oh, his name's Bob, but he goes by Bub? That's weird. No. So, yeah. We're trying to, could have been. We're trying to get it figured out. Bring some mayo. Yeah, just down mayonnaise packs halfway through the con. It was life-changing hanging with Bub. Wasn't it, though? You're welcome, Man Cave. And then, to top it all off, my wife cold cocks him. Boom. Right in the last second. I'm saying, bye, Parms, good to see you. And then, boom, he pulls up and he's spitting teeth and he's got a black eye. Oh, man, it's rough. Yeah, that's what happens. Careful. Those Kentucky folk. No, just mayo. All right, so next up, I want to take a look, if you all will do this with me, and I don't think you have much choice, but I want to take a look at the why can't I get it to do the thing? Oh, there it is. All right, I want to take a look at the lineup that we have for Lexington Comic and Toy Convention vis-a-vis them their creators, and see, is there anyone that you're looking to pick up? Look, she did. She did. It's a true story. We got Dr. Bills to prove it. And it was awesome. Yeah, nothing like getting punched by a woman half his size. About knocked him out. All right, so let's do this little present here. And let's do this here. All right. So here is the Lexington Comic and Toy Convention site here, March 7th through 10th, 2024. Who's excited? Hey, all right, that'll work. All right. So you can see, they're going to have some guests here, Barbara Eden, and tickets are on sale and all that good stuff. They're really proud of Barbara Eden being there, I guess. And this is the standard guest lineup. We're not going to focus too much on them their celebrities or wrestlers or anything like that. But let's look at the comic creators and see who we got. We got Andrew Papoy. Anybody know who that is?
He is, I believe, an inker. He actually did some work in ASM 365, which is the hologram first appearance of Spider-Man 2099.
Nice. Actually, so did you bring that book?
Yeah, when I look at creators whose names I don't readily recognize, I'll just pull it up in my CLZ and see, and then it's usually like, oh yeah, I didn't realize that was them or whatever.
I have a hard time with the creators on the CLZ. I feel like it doesn't, like half the creators that I care about, it doesn't even show them, from cover artists to everything else. So I have a hard time with it.
So I've already got it signed by Peter David, Randy Emberlin, John Romita Jr., Mark Bagley, and the last name's escaping me, but I'll think about it later. But
wow.
So get him to sign that.
Congratulations.
Nice.
All right, good deal. What about you, Jambo? You bringing anything for old Andy Papoy?
No, not for Andy.
No. I don't know how they organize these because it looks like it makes no sense. I think they do it by first name.
I got that too.
We'll get there. We'll get there, Jambo.
Come on, man.
Look, we're going alphabetical first name. All right. Austin Drake. Anybody care or know? I guess that's a girl. Bo Smith. Bob Hall. Now I think
Yeah.
So Bob is, to me, best known for his work with Valiant and Shadow Man, which I know he did Avengers West Coast and some older Avengers stuff too. So I've got this sketchbook. It's the book of the Geomancer, but this is the one that resembles an older book, and I've got sketches in it.
Oh, that's cool.
And so I'm going to get him to do a Shadow Man in here, since that's the character he's probably best known from the Valiant world for. So the plan is to get him to do that.
That is awesome. I like that book. I need one of those.
And he's not terribly expensive either. So
How do you know what they charge for sketches?
just having seen him at other conventions.
Okay. All right. You got C. Woodard's liking that sketchbook. Bob McLeod. Actually, I think I have a Wolverine done by him.
Yeah, not this
Bob
time.
McLeod.
I've already got a bunch of stuff signed by him. New Mutants first appearance in the Marvel graphic novel and stuff. So
Yeah. All right. Bryce okay, maybe? Why? I don't know. Chris Marinan.
No.
Chris Schweizer. David Lloyd. Erica Schultz.
I do have something with Erica Schultz. This is X-23 Deadly Regenesis. So
nice.
This is a Tyler Kirkham cover. And it's obviously an homage to Hulk 340.
Right.
And it is. She wrote this.
Oh, so she's a writer.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
I think she's a writer. She might be an interior artist, but I'm almost positive she's a writer. Yep, writer.
Perfect. You gonna have her sign the cover though?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah, something unobtrusive like up here in the logo and stuff. I hate when they just like scar the whole book, you know.
But writers will do that. I find artists are more careful where they put their signature. Some artists, but I've never had a writer do anything but sign dead center across eyeballs.
The Stan Lee, signature, right?
Yeah. Frank Fosco. Anybody got anything for him?
No, I remember him, but no, I don't have anything.
Mm-mm.
Gavin Smith. Looks like they got a little Turtles group here.
Yeah, he's been doing some turtle stuff. I got a Last Ronin that is already signed by Eastman and the Escoza brothers. And he did
nice
that cover, so I'm gonna get him to sign it too. So it'll be 4 times signed.
That's cool. You're a big Turtles collector, so all that stuff's gonna go straight in, right? Keeper runs. This is all keeper stuff for you.
Yeah. No, this stuff is to sell.
You do some. I think Fosco did the image run. Okay,
that's true. Yeah.
You do Whatnot and stuff, don't you?
I haven't done Whatnot in a couple of years now.
Oh well, good. I didn't miss anything. Greg LaRoque. What about him?
Nothing for me. I know he's done a couple cool things.
Jay Lee. I met him at this convention several years ago. He must be in the area. He always comes. So, but not getting anything from him this time. Are you guys?
No.
Jay Hammond. Don't know him. Jim Shooter. I've met him a few times. I've got a few signatures. You guys getting anything from old Jim Shooter this time?
I've got some stuff from him. And yeah, actually met him in an elevator there a couple of years ago and talked to him again.
He was hanging out at the bar at Heroes Con in the hotel lobby.
Oh, yeah.
Just yakking it up. Yep. Joe Staten.
Yeah.
I might try to get something from him.
Yeah, I had I'm getting the first appearance of Kilowatt, which is probably one of the things he's known for. I thought about getting some. He had inked like a lot of the early 200s Hulk, or like pre-200s Hulk.
Is he? What is he? Is he just an inker, or is he also the artist, or what? Interior artist, or cover artist? What do you do?
I'm sure he's done.
He's done some art.
Yeah, so this is the first appearance of Kilowatt here, Green Lantern Corps 201.
That cover?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so he did the pencils on this. So to include the cover, yes.
Number Green Lantern is that?
Green Lantern Corps 201. That's where they changed the. Yeah, that's it. That's where they changed
Right.
it from Green Lantern to Green Lantern Corps. So
Sweet. Oh yeah, I'll get him to sign that. Did he also create the character?
yeah,
Or
he's
no?
listed as co-creator.
Oh, that's sweet. Yes. We're winning. All right. All right. It says Stanton. See what it says. Stanton is another good sketch opportunity. Plus, him and his wife are very nice to talk to as well. Oh, see, Carson likes to stand there while they sketch, so he can point. You need to sharpen that eyeball a little bit there, brother. They work on it. Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. So I met him at Heroes Con. I got a bunch of stuff signed by him. I don't have anything left that needs to be signed, but this one I am hoping to get a sketch, although he's a little bit older and I don't know, like he has handlers, if you will. So I don't know if he'll still be doing sketch work.
Well, yeah, I hope to get maybe a sketch from him, but I'm going to get him to sign this. This is
nice.
the holiday special, which is the first Frank Miller Batman, also as a side.
Cool.
But then he also did the Untold Legends of Batman. This is the this ain't the regular version. This is the version that came with
the tapes.
Something.
But yeah, they came with tapes, audio tapes. I think some came with serials too.
Yeah, this is the series. Yeah, this came with the series.
That's cool.
So, yep.
So I've got this Wonder Woman blank book that has a cover by Dan Parent.
Okay.
And he's the first one to have sketched in it. And then the next one, I'm hoping to get a Jose Luis Garcia Lopez sketch of Wonder Woman in here, even if it's just a light sketch. Like, I mean, I don't know that he'll do very much more than a remark type sketch.
Yeah.
So, but if he'll at least do that, some simple lines, I think that'd be pretty cool because
Sure.
he's definitely one of my favorite Wonder Woman artists, of which there's tons. I mean, you almost can't go wrong drawing Wonder Woman. So, but yeah, and this whole book's going to be nothing but Wonder Woman sketches. Every page will be Wonder Woman. So,
oh wow.
So let's see how it goes. June Brigman. All right. Anybody?
No.
Justin Mason. Justin Stewart. Ken Kirk. Al Starks.
Justin
Kevin
Stewart
Nolan.
kind of looks like Roscoe.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
Kevin Nolan. Anybody getting anything from him?
Yeah, not this time. I got my Batman 500 and several other things signed in Memphis a year or so ago.
Batman 500.
Yeah.
What's is there a significance to that book?
That's the Defeat of Bane. That's the Joe Quesada cover. It's a Kelly Jones cover for the newsstand, but it folds out and it's got the Azrael Batman on it.
Oh yes. Liana Kangas. Don't say that too fast. You get in trouble. Michael Kingston. Michael Watkins. Muriel Farian. Paul Pellet. Well, these guys are really working on me. Paul Pelletier.
Paul Pelletier. I've got several things for him.
Really?
Green Lantern 50, the glow in the dark. He did He did a pinup in this. This one's already signed by Jeff Johnson, Daryl Banks, and Ron Mars. And
is that a Mars cover?
Also a newsstand. No, this is Ron Mars, the writer.
Oh, okay. Daryl Banks, wasn't he the guy that did like what's that Gundam show? Wasn't it? Or is that the same Daryl Banks? That's Billy Blank. That's Billy Blank.
Oh, okay. No, I was like, well, maybe, but Daryl did the art for Green Lantern during the time where he went over to Hal Jordan went crazy right after the reign of Superman, that era right there. So here's this is a Sean Gordon Murphy cover, but Paul Pelletier done the interiors.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Pelletier done the interiors to this Fall of the Hulks, which is an homage to the Fall of the Mutants back in the day.
Oh yeah,
gorgeous Joshua Middleton cover, but Paul
yes, I love that book.
Paul Pelletier did the interiors for that. So Paul also had a great run on the Hulk. So I was able to pick up this art piece, and I'm going to get him to sign it.
He should sign that for free. It should have been signed before you got it.
Well, yeah. So it's signed by Danny Mickey, the inker, but it's not signed by him. So, but I plan on getting him to sign it.
Cool. All right. Is that all we got for Paul?
Yep.
Ray Kaufman. Rico Renzo.
I do have something from Rico.
You
Rico,
gonna get your Spider-Gwen signed?
no, I don't have a Spider-Gwen, but that would be a good one for him to do. He did the writing for the Harbinger series.
Mhm.
I actually own this cover right here. Jeff Edwards did this cover, but I have
The original art?
And then this is another one. This is Harbinger 1. This is the 1 in 250 metal
Oh,
cover.
nice.
So I got Robbie Rodriguez to sign it, who's the artist, and then we'll get the writer to sign it. That's him.
Very cool. All right. That was Rico, right? Robert Lamb. Anybody got Robert Lamb? Ron Mars.
Yeah, he did a lot of stuff, but I don't have nothing for him to
I was
sign.
going to say, that's a popular one. There's always people at his table. Roy Richardson. Sean Lamb. Sean Pryor. Starenko.
Yay.
I didn't even give him a first name.
There you go.
Just Starenko.
Got to get this one signed. I saw Jimbo throw his up a while ago too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then this one. So what? The last time I saw Jim Steranko was in January of 2020. Everybody remembers what happened right after that, right?
Mm-hmm.
The world fell apart. So, so I had this is 49. So first appearance of Polaris, first covers, 50 where the logo changed,
Right.
and then at 51. So I had 2 of the 3, and even told the eBay seller that he needed to go ahead and send me this. It didn't make it to my house until I got back from the convention. So that will finally be wrong. That wrong will finally be righted, rather. So,
well done.
But
Jambo,
he's a fun guy. He's a fun guy to talk to and listen to his stories.
Yeah,
while you're sitting in line.
So you're just bringing 2 books? I'm surprised. But you probably already have a lot already signed, right?
Yeah, that's right. Last time I seen him. Yeah.
What about you, Jambo? What are you bringing for him?
I got a couple of things. I'm still the Hulk, and then I got a FF cover, like 135 or something like that. I'm gonna get him signed.
Where is it?
It's in a box. I'll get it before
the
tomorrow.
whole point of this is to be prepared. You understand, right?
You guys have seen it before. It's old news, man.
But have you seen it? The point
Not
is for you
lately.
to go through. I mean, you've procrastinated long enough. You need to go to your box and be like, "Here it is. Take it out, set it down, and be." Look, Jason's did this Sunday. Like he's way ahead of you. He already had this done last week.
You know me, man. Dog ate my homework.
That's what I'm worried about. You'll show up and you'll be like, "Yeah, I couldn't find that." I'm like, "Yeah, because you looked for it for 5 minutes." And I've been in the room that Jambo's in right now. And let me tell you something. If it's in anything other than the 4 boxes he can see in front of him, he's got a job ahead of him. All right. Well, vendors behind their tables avoid eye contact and act dismissive and lazy. Steranko will talk nonstop, fans all day. Yes, that's true. But his line also grows exponentially because of that, which doesn't bother me because I'm always at the front of it. Like I always go wherever Steranko's table is, I go straight to him and I just wait for him. And it's the best time you'll spend because you get to hear him talk. And he doesn't tell the same story to everyone either. Like it's a more fluid conversation. So great guy.
Okay. So he loves to talk, especially when he's talking about himself, you know. So
sure.
Oh, you found it.
Yay!
Now don't lose it.
And I might dig out a Nick Fury maybe for him to sign.
I've just got so many signatures of his.
Or a Strange Tales. I don't know.
He's got a great signature, you know.
He does.
He does.
Him and Zach are two of my favorite signatures. Oh, and so did you get any more that you're going to bring besides those?
Maybe a Nick Fury, if I can find it.
I've got this Captain America 110.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the ones I got signed last time.
So the first time I met Steranko was at Lexington, and it was maybe 5-6 years ago. And he was, and I told my local comic shop that I was going to the convention, asked if they were going. They said that they planned to go, but somebody got sick and blah, blah, blah. They didn't have anyone that could go. And I said, well, I'm going up there. Is there anything you want me to get signed for you while I'm up there? I was being nice. It was my first time going to the convention. They're like, yeah, Steranko's going to be there. Would you take this book? I said, sure. It was a copy of Captain America 110. So it was the first book that I ever got signed by him, and he talked to me about it and everything, got the signature, got it witnessed. It was a big ordeal. CBCS witness signature because there's the only one that comes to the convention generally. So I think that's what's missing is a CGC rep, in my opinion, for this convention. If they could get a CGC here, then more creators would come and more people would show up too. But it's already really busy. But anyway, it'll sound bad, but I just want to get this book signed by Steranko. Again, this is my copy of the book now. And it's the last book that I needed for it just came in this week. It's the last book that I needed for my Cap run from, what is it, 100, I guess?
Yeah.
Right? Is that the first one?
Yeah.
From 100 to, I don't know, whatever the end of the Steranko run is. So I have all the Kirby and Steranko. And then I ended it. So that's my Cap run. And this was the last book I needed for that. And I was waiting to get a good copy, and I paid up a little bit for it. It has a little bit of a crease I didn't notice. I'm not crazy about that, but we're going to go ahead and get it signed and be happy about it. And we'll be full circle from the first book I ever got signed by Steranko to likely the last book I'll ever get signed by Steranko. And not because he's fallen off after this weekend or anything, but just because I have so many signatures from him already that I don't really, I don't need 25 Steranko SIGs. So,
well, the funny thing about that book, so I got him to sign that back in 2020, and Dustin from Two Brothers had wanted to get that book. So we worked out a trade back in 2020. Then last year, he's moving some books, and that's one of the books. I just happened to go on the auction he was selling them on and bought the book back from him. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, and so it's the same. I got my old book back. And of course, he's pressed it and cleaned it up, so it looks better than when I had it. So
that's cool. We have another question here. Oh, so let's Tim Jacobus, anybody, and Tristina Bowling.
So there's another one. Stuart Sager is going to be there.
They haven't put him on the list yet.
No, they posted it on their IG today that he was going to be there, but they hadn't updated the website.
For those of you who are big fans of whatever this is, got Barbara Eden, the only person in that row I know. Brian Krause, I remember him from that Stephen King movie, the Cat People, the one that has the cat people.
Oh, yeah. And the witches, Charmed.
Yeah. No, well, I didn't see that. I never saw that. Brittany Cartwright, we might just meet for fun. I don't know. I think she
used to be good friends with my daughter, and she used to come over to my house and hang out. She's been here and ate dinner with us and all that good stuff.
What is she? Like, what's her claim to fame?
She did like a reality TV show.
Oh, okay.
And, she got famous doing that. and Andrea, my daughter, was actually on her show a few times.
Cool. I'll have to check that out. Send me the tape. We got Catherine Tate. I think she's Doctor Who person too, plus The Office and stuff. Probably won't fool too much with that. Charisma Carpenter. Let's see. Anybody here we know? C. Thomas Howell.
Right.
If I still had my copy of Soul Man DVD, I'd get him to sign that, but I don't have it anymore. That's a terrible movie that he was in.
I think of The Hitcher when I think of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
On Bluth. That'd be cool. Emily Brett Rickards. I just want to see her. I don't necessarily need to meet her or talk to her, but I just want to be in the same area and look at her and be like, interesting. And then move on, you know.
What was she in?
She was in Arrow. She was like the gal in the chair for Green Arrow in the Arrow show.
Okay.
Is on again, off again love interest for the show. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Holly Marie Combs. I don't know. She always has RBF. Resting bitch face for those of you. Let's see. James Vanderbeek. Never watched any of his shows. Joe, that guy. Yeah. And he's all right. John Barrowman. I've met him before. Nice guy. Let's see. Julie Brown. I'm okay. I don't know. I mean, you know, I don't know. I don't think this is sometimes they spend more money on celebrities, I feel like, than others. Like Shatner's been here before, and
Shatner kind of draws a crowd, but some of these guys, I mean, you'll see like 2 or 3 people just wander up to their booth. I don't know if it's a pity buy or what the deal is.
Priscilla Presley.
That's kind of random. I mean, do they?
Yeah,
random.
I've never seen her at a con or anything. That's kind of odd.
That's an odd one for me.
She's got to be 90, right?
I don't know how old she is. Sergeant Slaughter, he actually shows up in costume when he goes to conventions, so that's pretty cool. Shannon Doherty, they're definitely Sherilyn Fenn. I always liked her when I was younger, but I'd be scared to see her now. But I might take a look at her. And Stephen Emile, so you definitely have another Arrow guy there, so that's cool. You have the Arrow, Green Arrow, right? I think I have a book. You know, you hate to get signatures sometimes from some of these guys because it's like the line's going to be crazy for him because he's probably, I would wager to say, the biggest star that was in shows that everybody kind of watched, you know, comic related stuff. So he might have a long line, but if he's there, I'll take a look and maybe I'll bring a book or so for him to sign. I think I have a Arrow type, you know, photo cover or something with him on it somewhere. Steve Gutenberg, I've met him several times. I actually met him as a kid on a train once.
Really?
So I've talked to him a few times, yeah. I was going to a Yankee game, and I recognized him on the train. And I walked up and talked to him.
Nice.
And he was in full Yankee gear, like everything was Yankee hat, Yankee shirt, Yankee jacket. You know, he literally just came from the game. And super nice guy. Super nice guy. Tabitha Stevens, don't know what's going on there, but I might find out. Tim Daly, is that a voice actor? Or
yeah, I'm not familiar with.
I don't know. All right, that's all we got. So good stuff. If you're into that kind of thing, the schedule. Are you guys going to do any of the
Panels?
Yeah, panels or anything like that?
No.
I'm so horrible at panels. Like I'll find one that's like interesting to me, and I'll be looking through some books, talking to a creator, walking the floor, whatever, and then forget all about it.
They had a pretty neat belly dancing one last year. Go to a belly dancing panel, and I was a VIP, so I got to sit in the front row of the belly.
Did you learn anything, man?
Yeah, I learned how to dodge beads. They're flying all over the place, man. It was like shaking a chandelier. They were coming at me. Yeah. But they'll have some D&D for beginners and things like that. And so different things that they'll have. I don't know if any of you guys are interested for that kind of stuff. I'll probably skip most of that. So
yeah.
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 Anything else you guys want to go over?
Yeah, so I know that Bearded Comic Bro is going to be there at least Saturday.
Oh, why didn't you tell me? I had to send him the link for this. I didn't know he was coming.
And so he said he might be there Friday, but definitely was going to be there Saturday. So,
he was there last year. I saw him and Mrs. Bearded, who is the much more pleasant of the two. She certainly doesn't lick her elbow while she's eating pizza, which we can't say that for Bearded. So, oh, it was not the $1 Million Man. Oh, Ted DiBiase, maybe. He goes to these things sometimes.
Does anybody else contacted you, Bub, and say they're coming?
I know that Dustin told me that they're not coming. So the two brothers are not coming this year. I don't know if Justin Birch is still coming. He usually rides with, so I would assume he's not coming.
Yeah, he said he's not. There was some other con he was planning on going to that. I think he was going to C2E2 is what he was planning for. So.
Okay. So I don't know. Some years we get a lot of people, and I'm always surprised, at all the YouTubers that come, and then other years we don't. I think it's one of those where I don't know if this is a can't miss convention yet. I don't feel like it's reached that level. I feel like I'm always surprised when people don't come that are from the area. I'm like, this is the biggest thing that we have in Kentucky for comics, hands down. And it's a pretty big show. I mean, first, it's a 4-day con. That doesn't happen very often. Even the biggest shows don't do that. And to have the comic-centric night on Thursday night, it's just amazing. Like, it's so great to be able to walk through. And, I'm sure it's not just the people I talk to, but there's a lot of folks in the comic community that have a lot of anxiety and don't like crowds. And they always give that as a reason why they don't go to the convention. And then also they give price as a problem. This con has raised its prices a lot over the years. I mean, I remember when these tickets were like $15, right, Jambo? I mean, they were cheap.
Yes.
Now it's one of the most expensive conventions I go to now. And it's right in my backyard, and it still costs more than, like, Charlotte's cheaper than this. Go to Heroes Con for less than you can go to this one, unless you're like Southern to get everything paid for. But but they do have that Thursday night, comic night is the cheapest night. I think it's like $20 for a ticket to that. So definitely worth doing that if you've never done it. I'm not cosplaying this year. I cosplayed as Alf last year, and I walked around on Sunday as Alf carrying a seal, and my wife dressed as a cat. So that was our fun little game last year. I don't think I'm doing that this year. I'll give Alf a break this year, and I've got maybe a little bit of an idea of what I might do for next year. Next year I'll probably stay downtown and bunk with Jason. So we'll see, and then and go from there. So that's my plan for this weekend. Just be there every day. Thursday night's a big night. And then Friday I'll go up there with my son and we'll hang out and do the deal. And then Saturday I go up there with my wife and two of the younger kids in the family and kind of show the young kids, the Comic-Con experience. And then Sunday I'll probably rest. But I'll have a ticket, but I probably won't use it.
So how many comic vendors you think will be there?
Shit ton. So at one point they had it on 3 floors.
Wow.
And I think what they ended up doing when they revamped the convention center, they rebuilt the whole thing, tore it down and rebuilt it. And it's very nice, very modern. And now the whole convention is on 1 floor. And then they have panels on another floor. And then they have all celebrities on the 3rd floor. So it's completely separated, which is wonderful. It's so great that they do that because you guys know what it's like trying to hunt for comics and trying to weave around lines of celebrities and walls of entire celebrities. And this convention is wall-to-wall vendors. And last year, the Golden Age came out in such a force. It's the most Golden Age I had seen at a convention until I went to Heroes Con, where obviously there's way more. But, I mean, there were so many dealers that we know, too, like known Golden Age dealers were there. And they were all having a good show, so that's what you like to see. And I know me and Jambo cleaned up anything they had on the cheap, so and even some that weren't so cheap, as I recall. So Jambo was over there turning tricks on the corner to get for one of his books.
Yeah, you had a pretty good con, man. You got some nice books.
I did. I'm going to go back and see the books I got because I can't remember. I know that there were a couple of books that I went after and I picked up. Like I think I needed my last yellow suit appearance of Daredevil. I was missing that, the one where he's in Spider-Man, I think. So, or yeah, is that right? He crosses over Spider-Man like
I think so.
Annual number 2 or something like that. I don't know, whatever it was. But I was missing that, so I got that. And a couple other books I was specifically hunting and picked out, and then a lot of Golden Age. So it was
you got
a
that
big
nice
fun.
Steve Ditko sci-fi cover. What was that?
Yes, I forget the name of it now, but yes, I did pick that up.
Yeah,
Outer World or Strange something, or yeah, and there's another one in that run I really want, but it's the more pricey of them.
Yeah,
so I probably won't get that. But Buzzard Brothers are going to be there. They're a big Golden Age group. I see them everywhere I go, which is always good. So I usually buy quite a bit from them on Thursday night because they will have stuff priced to sell in the bins if you get there early enough. It's always anything I pass on Thursday that I'm considering even is not there by the time I get back on Friday. It's always gone. So Thursday is definitely the night to pick up the better books, I think, and the books that are already priced well. Snag them up.
Yeah.
And, we got a convention coming up. Jambo and I do selling in May. So I might be picking up a few flip books here and there, but not too many. Just things that might be doubles of what I already have. And then I'll keep the upgrade copy and sell the downgrade copy. Kind of go from there. So I'll see. What else, guys? You got anything else before we wrap up?
Yeah. I'm excited, man.
I'm excited too. I can't wait.
You can't tell it, but I am. I'm excited.
You can never tell it. You can never tell it.
Are you as excited as you were when you took Bub'S into the tilted kilt?
Close, not quite.
Okay. Yeah, well,
it was a
little bit of excitement from Jambo goes a long way.
You never know what's going to happen there, So it was the excitement was
Yeah, that's true.
Top tier.
I had a good Scotch egg there. It really was good. So I can't complain. The food wasn't bad.
You've seen things you've never seen before, and hopefully
I've seen things I never want to see again. Yeah, that's right. It was rough over there. Plus, we rode over there in Jambo's van, which was quite the experience. It's not the first time I've climbed into, and he even said that he's like, "Hey, you want to see the comics I got in?" And he lured me into this big white van and showed me some comics that he picked up, and he just
little kid,
mail that day.
My white creeper van.
Yeah, for real.
I was going to ask if you had carpet in it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This time I've got my car will be parked in the proper parking lot this time. Instead of parking last year, I parked at work and then I walked to the con, which was all good and well until it was time to go back to my car. My feet were killing me. And I'm like, oh, this is terrible. I'm never doing this again. So this year I'm going to park at the con and then walk to work. Do it that way.
You don't want to ride in the van anymore, man?
No, I sure don't. Oh, that's not real.
Yes, it definitely is.
It says Jambo.
It always says Jambo on there. You've not been paying attention, man.
No wonder I missed it. All right, guys. Well, if that's it, we'll wrap it up. Nice little hour-long show. We're excited. Jason, I'm glad you made it in safe. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll holler at you when I get done with whatever I'm doing, and then maybe we'll meet up or
get
something.
there early because we got there early last year and we met Jim Starlin walking around outside. Yeah.
It's a true story. Which he's not going to be here this year.
Nobody knew. There's a bunch of young people around. Nobody knew who he was or anything. I was like, "Who's Jim Starlin?"
Jim will say, "Hey, Jim, how's it going?" He's like, "Hey, Jim and Jam." I got a picture of him. It's good stuff. But yeah, I am going to go there a little early. Definitely already going to have my pass, but I'll just be waiting around to get in. And I know the dealers. I'll probably run to Buzzard Brothers because they usually have some books that are on the cheap in the bins in front that they're looking to move. A little bit lower grade stuff. So I'll probably run to them, and then wall books. I'll do my usual scan wall books, running by as I go, and then start hitting the bins. So. I don't have a lot of. Did you guys heavily fund for this trip? I know Jason did because he sold 3 of his Rolexes to be here today. But
I can do a little bit, but I don't want to get too crazy, because
I don't either, but
I've already got my eyes on something else, and I kind of wanting to get it, but if I see something there,
did you tell us what it was?
No.
Oh, they don't want you going for the same thing. So.
He did the same thing last year. He did the same thing last year. He had 2 huge books he was watching and hoping to win on eBay. I think he ended up winning one of them.
Yeah, I got one of them.
And then he was like, I got to be careful because if I win this, they were big books. So, yeah, I understand that. I'm trying to be good, but I got some good news today. So, work-wise, so things are looking good at work. So, it kind of makes me want to celebrate a little bit and, reward myself. Like I don't already do that every day, but like,
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No.
Well, I was going to say, do they have any like original art vendors or anything that you know?
If I had to say one thing that I don't see much of at this convention, it would be original art. Would you agree with that, Jambo?
Yeah, it seems like there was one guy there last year that had some original art, but now it wasn't one of the big dealers. It was somebody, they'd been doing it, but they weren't one of the big name guys that deals with
I agree.
art.
A lot of signed books, and you get all the same usual stuff, right? You'll get the people selling prints and metal prints and all this kind of stuff. You see a lot of that. They really have cut down on the craft portion of it. There's really only like one little alley that's crafts. And then they have the indie people, right? The people that are selling their own books and stuff, the indie creators, they have their little artist row, if you will. And so there's a lot of that in the middle, but all the rest of it is pretty much all comics. It's a pretty good comic. Now there'll be like your lounge flies and pop figures, and there's always that at every convention, but this is a pretty comic strong convention. Wouldn't you say, Jambo? I mean, you spend the entire time hunting comics all day if you want.
Yeah, it's gotten a lot better lately. There for a while, yeah, it was kind of pop heavy and everything like that. But lately, it seems like they've gone back more toward comics and stuff, so which is a good thing. And
the vendors seem to do well. Like by the time you talk to the vendor on Sunday, most of them are happy. I was like, yeah, it's been a good show. You're like, all right, good. I'm glad. You do me a favor on this? They're like, no, it's been a good show. I'm like, yeah. Thanks for nothing, folks. So yeah. All right. I guess we'll wrap it up and see what else. I know Jambo's got to run over to another show. If any of you see me out there, I'll be the guy carrying this.
Do they check you real good when you're coming in with a metal case like that?
Not good enough.
Or you put your gold bars at? I mean,
no cavity searches or anything?
Where I put my comics at. So
see, I don't have my normal wagon because I flew. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I just hope I don't accidentally leave stuff behind.
So this is just, I haven't completely filled it with all my supplies, but I'll put bags and boards in here, I'll put bags and boards in here, and then I'll put a row of tape in here that I can use just in case, because sometimes I find a book that's in a good shape in a bad bag, and I'm like, I can't let it live like that. I'll go out into the hallway and rebag and board it on the spot. And then this side has 2 bays, and it's sized for Golden Age and regular Silver Age. So, and then it has straps to hold all that down. And usually I'll bring a little section here with the books I'm going to get signed. So that's which so far is just 2 books and let's see, I got the Steranko book. Now I'm going to get that one signed by, who's the guy with the Staten? So I'm going to get Staten signature, Steranko signature, and Wonder Woman sketch done by Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. And if he's not available, I don't know that I'll get anybody else. Like I'll just forego that this time around if he's not doing any kind of sketch work, which I almost think that he won't, because I mean, when I saw him at Heroes, he's up there. I don't know how old he is, but I say he's in his 80s, if I had to guess. So I'll crack any more slabs? Nah, probably not. I'll probably just stick with it. Thank you. All right. That's it. So we'll see you next year. No, when we pick up all our stuff, I don't know if we'll be together or whatever. So it's all good. But I can't wait to see what you guys pick up. And I can't wait to see how it goes for everybody. I hope you guys have the second and third best convention there. Really rooting for you. If we see Bearded, we'll say hi. If we see Mrs. Bearded, we'll give our condolences. And other than that, it'll be all good. So, all right, folks. Jason, you got anything coming up on your channel or any of the fine channels you'll be gracing?
Well, the only thing will be sometime next week. I'll probably do a recap show, just showing what I pick up from the con.
Well done.
Nice.
All right, we look forward to that. Jambo, you got anything coming up?
I'll probably do the same over the weekend sometime. Show what I got.
Sunday, over the weekend sometime. It's always Sunday.
Yeah, it's usually Sunday. So.
Sunday dropper. All right. Well, that sounds good. Well, I will also have something, showing off the books that I picked up. And sometimes I do it as I go along, but this time I'm going to be so tired coming and going this weekend that I'll probably wait to do it either Sunday or Monday. Probably Monday of next week. Yeah, I'm going to be exhausted. This is the last year I'm doing it. Next year I'm staying down there. So,
yeah.
But Jason, we're going to bunk up. We're going to get.
I got an extra bed over
there. No, we'll push them together so we have more room.
In the king size bed together.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. There you go. That's it. We'll catch you all next time. Remember to read a comic and don't apologize for the glare. Have a great 2024 Lexington Comic Con Comic and Toy Convention coming up. Thank you all, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.